Looks like he's going to add in a little bit of a vote for himself. What if you think Chopper should win today with his beautiful set of bows? And go ahead and let's hear it. All right, I'd say we are tied, but I wonder if Cosmo can break the tie. What did you think about his behavior? I think the winner is pretty clear today. It looks like Cosmo has won this competition. Go ahead, give it up for all three of our stars. They certainly did a fantastic job. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to go ahead and thank each and every one of you for joining us here today at Gulf Area Marine Adventure Park. All right, thank you guys so much. And of course, it's our hope that once you guys leave our facility today, you'll go right back out to your communities and help spread the word about how amazing these animals are, as well as some of the dangers and threats that they face in their natural habitat. Now, of course, I did go over the fact that they are marine mammals, but you know what? I want to go over some of the adaptations that these marine mammals have. Now, you guys saw one earlier, that opening right on top of their head called the blowhole. Pretty sure, as many of you heard, they use it to make a variety of vocalizations, such as clicks and whistles. But would you also believe they, of course, use it to come up to the surface to grab a very quick breath of air? Now, with that one breath of air, they can hold their breath for approximately 7 minutes, which is much longer than you or I can. Moving along down their back, you're going to notice that dorsal fin. That dorsal fin has no bone in it whatsoever. Instead, it's made up of a hard but flexible connective tissue, very similar to what we'd actually find in our own body. That dorsal fin is used to keep the dolphin upright and stable as they swim through the water at speeds of up to 18 miles per hour. Moving along down to either side of the dolphin, they have their pectoral flippers. And unlike the dorsal fin, those pectoral flippers do have a bone in them. You can check out Chopper and Cosmo showing off their pectoral flippers. Those flippers are, of course, used for dancing with their trainers, waving to our wonderful audience, but of course, most importantly, stopping and steering. And when you can move as fast as they can, both of those things are incredibly important. Moving along down towards the tail end of the body, we have the peduncle, which is a collection of very powerful muscles that end in the tail flukes or tail fins. You can check out little Chopper right here with his tail flukes. Right there in the center, you're going to see what's known as the median notch. And that just separates one fluke from the other. Same thing with Cosmo over here. Now, of course, we have to ask ourselves, what do we use those tail flukes for? That's, of course, propel these guys up and out of the water so they can check out their surroundings, which is a very common natural behavior that you'll see both here and, of course, in their natural habitat. So now that we've gone over all of those adaptations, I want to go ahead and answer a question that we get asked very often here, and that is, well, how do you train a dolphin? Well, for today, we're actually going to be focusing on a behavior called the tail walk. And with the tail walk, what we're looking for is that dolphin to get about 80% of his body up and out of the water, and either be moving in a forward or backward motion. But before we even get to that point, we have to begin with the baby steps, something called a target. And with the target, what we're looking for is that trainer to hold out their flat, open palm hand and have the dolphin meet that hand with his bottlenose beak. And you can check out Caitlin and Chopper, as well as Nutcha and Sebastian. We're working on that behavior. And using that target, we can then start to ask for other behaviors, such as a head shake yes, to move that target up and down. On the reverse, if we want a head shake no, well, you guys got it right, side to side. What about a big hula dance? One big circle. Now going back to that tail walk, what we're going to start doing is raising our hand higher and higher out of the water and having the dolphin follow that hand wherever it goes. That way they're working on building up that muscle power right there in their abdomen, but of course we're also establishing the height of the behavior. Now at some point, we're going to start to fade out our hand. We're going to fade that target out. We're going to ask for this behavior across the pool. Of course, I wouldn't stand here and talk about this behavior if we couldn't show it off to all of you today. So at this point, one of our boys is going to take it from here.
Oh, you see that?
Now, I've gone ahead and answered the question as to how we train, but what about why we train? That's, of course, for the overall health and well-being of our animals. Now, joining me today is a very special guest, Leslie. And Leslie is going to be playing a very important role here at Gulf Area Marine Adventure Park as our volunteer veterinarian. It's very important. Now, of course, with our dolphins, we can't just load them up into the back of our truck and take them to the nearest veterinary clinic. We actually have to do physical examinations right here poolside. So let's go ahead and kneel down right there on that mat. So a physical examination, we look at our dolphins all the way from the tip of their rostrum to the very tail end of their fluke. So what we're looking for is anything new or different. Now, Leslie, what you might notice about Cosmo here is that he does have a few markings on him. These are called brake marks. Now, dolphins are really social animals, so they do use their mouth to communicate with one another. All right, Leslie, you did just get to do something really cool. You got to touch Cosmo. So what do you think he feels like? Rubbery. He feels rubbery. That's a very common answer that we get. Now, dolphins exfoliate their skin every 2 hours, so it does add to the very soft and smooth skin. And we're going to go ahead and have you play another role here as our dolphin dentist. So looks like Cosmo, he's going to go ahead and open his mouth nice and wide. Take a look in that mouth. And you're a professional, you are our doctor. Go ahead and tell me, how many teeth do you see? Now, if you don't know off the top of your head, we'll go ahead and wait, count. I'm kidding. You want a wild guess, though? Well, how many do you think he has? Oh my gosh, 50. Really good job, Dr. Leslie. He has about 50 on top and 50 on the bottom. Great job. Wow. Now, for this next behavior, it might not look too impressive, but guys, this is the most important behavior we could ask from any one of our animals, because right there in Cosmo's tail flukes, we would go to get a voluntary blood sample that we then can send off to a veterinary clinic and have them analyzed and, of course, establish the health of our animals. Now, Leslie, what we're looking for with Cosmo is for him to be nice and calm. So, Dr. Leslie, how do you think he's doing? He looks really relaxed. He's doing a great job. What's something we can give him to let him know he's doing such a fantastic job? I'll give you a hint. It smells. Fish. Yes, we can give him fish to let him know he's doing such a great job. Well, go ahead. Before you give that to him, take a close look at it, because you're a professional. You're a doctor. You went to many years of schooling. So tell me, what kind of fish is that? Minnow. Very close. I'll go ahead and give you a hint, though. That right there is a dead fish. Very close. But it happens to be Cosmo's favorite kind of fish. Now, Leslie, before you go ahead, take your hands and smell it. You smell fishy, right? All right, I'm going to show you the trainer trick for getting rid of that nasty, fishy smell. I do it every single day. So take both your hands, rub them together really, really fast. We got to loosen up that fish guts. We have to wave them in the air. Cosmo's going to help us out on this one. And go ahead and take both your hands and wipe them on your pants. I'm just kidding. So actually, that smell will come off in about 2 to 3 weeks. Okay? Guys, go ahead and give it for Dr. Leslie. She did a fantastic job. Well, as you all can tell, our number one goal here at Gulf Area Marine Adventure Park is the overall health and well-being of our dolphins, but not just our residents, their ocean counterparts as well. A lot of those dolphins are not an endangered species, but they do suffer from negative interactions with people. Injuries and mortality resulting in the entanglement of both commercial and recreational fishing gear is one of the biggest threats these guys face in their natural habitat. Swimming with their feeding dolphins in their natural habitat only encourages them to approach boats, which can then lead to propeller strikes, ingestion of foreign objects, or even intentional harm from humans. Now, every trainer that you see standing on this dock, including myself, we have seen time and time again boats and jet skis chasing after pods of dolphins right here off of our coastline. This is completely illegal. These guys can only swim up to about 18 miles per hour, making boats much faster than them. So, of course, we would ask all of you here to please understand that going within 50 yards of one of these guys is completely illegal. And of course, we want everybody here to enjoy Florida wildlife,
he just wants
but only
to get
from a
down.
safe distance.
Thank you.
Well, guys, before you all leave today, for the very final part of our show, I'm going to encourage everybody to sit back and observe the amazing relationship these trainers have built with these dolphins through years of play, food, toys, and of course, lots of love. So for this final part, boys, I'm handing it over to you.
Oh, Andrew, look. can flap, Andrew. It sounds like a puppy.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one last time for our family of Atlantic bottlenose dolphins. Once again, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us here today on behalf of the trainers, myself, but most importantly, the Dolphins. Please enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Andrew, look, the dolphins are saying bye.